Yes, good afternoon to you and to your viewers. Thanks very much. Well, as the DA, we have noted the appointments of the acting head of the Hawks, Major General Matakata. We hope that it will signal a fresh start for the restoration of the integrity of the Hawks leadership and building public confidence in them as an effective and non-partisan organized crime fighting agency. We note that her former experience as provincial head of crime intelligence in the Western Cape would indicate that she brings the right mix of skills and experience to the job, and we hope that it will mean that the Hawks can head in a new direction going forward, to be focused on their core mandates and not be distracted by perceived, at least political witch hunts being done at the behest of political agendas.
Spokesperson or Minister, Shadow Minister, with regards to something that you've touched on, and this is the restoration of the perception of the Hawks and the public having faith in the Hawks with regards to fighting crime and corruption. This is something the Minister touched on. What do you think is something in that regard that still needs to be improved?
Well, look, the roots of ensuring effective public institutions is to have fit-for-purpose appointments based on merits and experience and qualifications, and not to give any room for perceptions that appointments are politically influenced or for political ends. And unfortunately, that is what started arising during the tenure of General Ndlemeza, especially in terms of the witch hunt against former Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan. So we really just need the Hawks, as part of the SAPS, to get back to basics, to quote the acting National Commissioner. It's really about getting the basics right, fixing the fundamentals, having fit-for-purpose leadership who enforce accountability, stay on the right priorities so we can actually reduce crime and ensure a safer country for all our citizens.
Just lastly, any particular challenges that you think Lieutenant General Yolisa Matakata will be faced with immediately?
Well, our main concern front of mind right now, insofar as the Hawks are concerned, is for the speedy capacitation of the specialized units that have been established since last year, those targeting drug trafficking as well as illegal firearms. Those two bureaus are crucial components and mechanisms for winning the fight against crime in those niche areas. As long as we have illegal firearms being trafficked and held by criminal syndicates, we're not going to be able to turn the tide on violent syndicate crime, in particular with regards to their links to illegal drug trafficking. So that's a major focus area that I and the rest of the police committee will want to see some good progress being made on.
Thank you very much, Shadow Minister, for your time. That was the DA Shadow Minister of Police, Aketle Mbetle, joining us on the phone line. More comment coming through here. We are now joined by Popcru spokesperson Richard Mambolo, joins us on the phone line as well. Good afternoon to you, sir, and thank you for joining us here. Your reaction to the appointment of the new acting head of the Hawks?
We do not necessarily have a reaction at the moment. You remember that we are going to be having our NEC meeting from Tuesday till Thursday. We will obviously discuss the issue at hand, and of course, not only that, but look into the broader aspects of some of the challenges we've been having. But what we can say for now is that we are obviously confident that there will be more focus on actually doing the work that is supposed to be done. You know, issues around illegal firearms, which we've seen in the past week being used to create outrageous criminal acts. Drug trafficking as well is another issue that we think that needs to be urgently kept. And of course, human trafficking, there is not much spoken about. It has been something which has been on the increase. So we think that the main thing for us is that there is a focus on doing real work of police, of ensuring that we kept crime instead of, focusing mainly on political issues, which the SAPS are, and rather the Hawks are not necessarily part of.
Mr. Bolo, you speak of the NEC meeting that's scheduled to take place, and these issues will be discussed further. Can you give us further details as to what exactly will be on the agenda there with regards to or issues relating to the Hawks and crime and fighting crime and corruption in South Africa?
We'll be discussing the overall role, of course, of the criminal justice cluster. You remember that we have seen infightings within it, and of course the new changes that have been made with the new minister, of course, and of course looking into the role that has been unfolding since the beginning of the year. We would look into issues around the benefits of workers. How do we ensure that the police and communities relate in a better way, and then ensuring as well that we look into the ministerial transformation task team, which had started in the past year, looking into concluding it, because it will be reviewing all outstanding policies of police and of course standing orders. So there are a variety of issues that we'll be looking at. Also, that would include the state of the alliance and the state of South Africa as it is currently. You know that there have been many activities which have been happening over the past months. So we will broadly look into all these issues that have taken place in the country.
Just lastly, Mr. Mamabolo, the Minister of Police, Fikile Mbulula, is stating and making sure that it's understood that there's no crisis within the Hawks or the South African Police Service. Do you agree with that statement?
We are just hopeful that this is a new era in which we will obviously work together to ensure that we keep crime together. We have not had good relations in the past, so we're looking forward to building those.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mamabolo, for your time this afternoon. That was Popcru spokesperson, Mr. Richard Mamabolo, joining us on the phone line to talk to us about the fact that the Minister of Police a short while ago appointed a new acting head of the Hawks to replace Lieutenant General Burning Ntlemeza. More comment and reaction coming through here on ANN7. For that, we are joined by Mpho Kwenika, President of Sapu. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us here on ANN7. Your initial reaction to the appointment of a new acting head of the Hawks?
It is very clear that the minister means business. He takes South Africans' lives very seriously, and that the movement of the SAPs or these departments as Ministry of Police from being joined to this matter of General Ntlemeza, him coming out of this, it's very clear that he takes South Africans' lives very seriously.
And your view with regards to Lieutenant General Yolisa Matakata, do you think she's the right person to be placed in the acting position?
Look, she's the current deputy national head of the Hawks. In the absence of the head, she should be acting. And we hope that during her term of acting, she's going to do what is expected of her and remove the myth that General Ntlemeza has been spreading around, that he will still be in charge through her. He's going to make sure that the Hawks is being managed from Kiala, just like crime intelligence, which is being managed from Boxbank.
With regards to, and it's something that's been spoken about a lot, something the minister touched on as well, and this is the perception that the Hawks has within South Africa, the perception that they are commanded by certain individuals or organizations to target specific individuals from specific political associations. The minister saying that that perception needs to change. Your view and comment?
The minister is correct. The Hawks have got a very serious mandate. The mandate to investigate serious commercial crime, serious organized crime, and serious corruption crimes. And that should be seen not about to be done, but to be seen to be done. And we have seen this lacking, under the leadership of General Ntlemeza, and I hope that now that Yolisa Matakata is now acting, she will do exactly that, realize the mandate of the Hawks.
Well, thank you very much.